Last week saw us lose on the road against Ilton in a game that at various stages throughout the afternoon could have gone either way. Today we are at home against Kilmington and Stourton, second 11, so let's see if we can bounce back in the diary of a captain. As I say, this week we are back at home. We are against Kilmington and Stourton, who we beat in the return fixture earlier in the season with some Rob Barker magnificence, taking 6 for 47 to help us win the game that afternoon. He's in the side again today, as is Paul, Henry, myself. Couple of changes. There's no Matt this week, so Rob Hinks is back in the side, and here is the rest of the team here for you. Quite a strong pace lineup this afternoon, especially with Gabriel coming back in. See if he can really make an impact, as he has done throughout the games he's played this year. Pitch is looking a little bit greener as well than we've seen. We will have a look at that very shortly as well. In the meantime, I'm going to kick back, have a Red Bull, and use that as my warm-up.
Having been out to inspect the pitch and seeing that it was a properly green seamer, my mind was made up when it came to the toss. Win and bowl first. Sure enough, as if by magic, that is exactly what happened. What made it even more important to win the toss and bowl first is the fact that we had 5 genuine frontline seam bowlers in the side. You join us now with Henry Jones opening the bowling coming down the hill. All in all, a rather tidy first over from Henry, aside from that one ball going for 4. Coming up the hill in partnership is Dan Jenkins, who has been in quite a good bit of form recently. Can he continue? Now, I love an attacking field just as much as the next man. The moment I smell an opportunity, I will make an attacking change. And sure enough, I move myself into a short catching position on the leg side. Note the wide brim. Can that force any sort of error? And there is the breakthrough. Dan getting his first wicket of the match, and it was the main batsman who was starting to look quite threatening. He had played some good shots, but eventually departed after Dan dislodged his leg stump, and Kilmington are 22 for 1. And there is Dan's second wicket of the afternoon, both in very quick succession, both openers, both gone, and a very well taken catch, I must say. Even though you can't see it in the shot, even though it looked fairly rudimentary, you still got to take them. Kilmington are now 2 down. Both Dan and Henry seem to have made quite the impact so far, both causing a lot of pressure, enforcing mistakes. Can we look to capitalise? Three down now. A smart catch by Rob Hinks. Excellent bowling by Henry. He has put in a shift so far this afternoon, and he has deserved that wicket in his 5th over. Kilmington now 27 for 3. Two wickets in 3 balls there for Henry, and Kilmington are 27 for 4. Both opening bowlers taking 2 wickets apiece and going for very similar numbers of runs. What is Kilmington's total going to be now after losing their top 4 batsmen already? After 9 overs, I decide to give both openers a well-deserved break. And sure enough, coming up the hill, the man, the myth, the one they call Ches. What can I do at this point? Replacing Henry coming down the hill is Gabriel Rush. Another very sharp catch in the field, and Gabriel's first wicket of the afternoon. That is Kilmington at 37 for 5. We then decide at this point to take drinks, as it would have happened at the end of the over anyway. What can drinks bring? Usually wickets, but we shall reconvene and find out. After no real joy coming around the wicket, I come back over and the first ball lands straight in Paul's hands at gully. A number of occasions this season he has been there, almost like a village Glenn Phillips with less of the diving. Either way, Kilmington are now 6 down and in quite a bit of trouble. I'm not sure either. It was an unorthodox shot, but yeah. Not sure what else to say at that point other than Kilmington are now 7 down. As you can tell by my reaction at short cover, that was almightily close. Only way of measuring it, it was a mosquito's pubic hair away from tickling the outside edge. That last delivery spelt the end of mine and Gabriel's respective spells, both 4 overs apiece, both picking up 3 wickets between us. Now it's time to turn to spin, with Rob coming up the hill. Can he continue his form? Unfortunately, Rob won't be able to watch that wicket back from now until the end of time, as Guy managed to successfully and really perfectly park his arse right in line with the camera. I would say it turned, it didn't. I've never seen Rob move so quick. In fact, no, the only time he ever moves that quickly is off his own bowling. And my God, did he put in a dive. In fact, he overshot the dive. He was that athletic. Unbelievable. And whilst Rob leaps like a salmon, I leapt like I was trying to jump through treacle whilst someone was holding on to me. I think I just fell to the ground, really. Missed opportunity, you could argue, but we're keeping the pressure on. Coming down the hill to replace Gabriel is Luke Jenkins, who has been in the wickets quite a lot this season. Two more quick wickets from Luke, and that was all she wrote for this innings. Kilmington and Stourton bowled out for 52. Another sharp catch in the field. I don't think we really put much down at all. Either way, 52 all out, 53 to chase. How hard can it be?
In the end, we bowled out Kilmington and Stourton for 52. Wickets were evenly shared amongst all of the bowlers. I picked up one. Dan picked up a couple, as did Gabe, Luke, and I think Rob had one. On now to try and not collapse and chase 52 at a rate that, to be honest, even we can keep up with. Let's see how we get on. It'll be Paul and Rob opening as usual, and then we'll play it by ear.
We have now fast forwarded to the 5th over of the game. As not much has happened so far. It's been a lot of plays and misses, leaves, defensive shots. But here we are now in the 5th over as Rob's on strike. Save your legs. Don't need to run those. 4 runs. Sadly, that is Paul out for 7. No worries though, we've still got plenty of batsmen and a very small target. Nothing should go wrong here though, should it? Henry's first ball on strike, and it's gone for 4. I think we know the approach that's going to be taken here this afternoon. Sadly, Henry departed for 4 after being bowled, and that brought an idiot out to the crease batting at 4. Now, normally my eyes don't tend to light up. No, that's a lie, they do. In fact, my eyes light up at any opportunity to swing for the hills. But, don't need to be silly. There's been 2 quick wickets. Play yourself in. See the team over the line. Nothing silly, eh? Yeah, it's only my second 6 of the season, to be fair, but it always helps when it's a full bunger on the pads, first ball. It's always going to get sent over the rope, isn't it? Anyway, we are heading ever closer to that target of 53. Should just be easy for Rob and I to see it over the line. That's the 9th or maybe even 10th time I've been dropped this season. To say I've ridden my luck at times would be a bit of an understatement. Three defensive shots in a row. I'm not sure either. I feel like I must have been possessed. Am I just going to play sensibly from this point and just, block out what I need to, rotate the strike, and just play sensibly? No, apparently not. But runs are runs. That's 11 now off about 6 balls. So all is well in my world. Well, that kept rather low, didn't it? 3 down now, Rob departs for 6, and out comes Dan Jenkins. Did well with the ball. We've batted and put on some good partnerships already this season, so it should be fairly straightforward for us to see it home from this point. Ooh dear, that wasn't part of the plan. Bowler's now on a hat-trick. Dan's out for a golden. We're still only about halfway towards the target. Hinksy and I should see it home though, you would have thought.
And he's tried to punt him over his head. But he's missed the ball.
Shot, James! Yeah! Really good shot, James!
Now, I don't think we need to say anything about that shot. I didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Absolutely nothing happened that needs to be discussed. It's already been adjudged to have been the worst shot ever played up at Queen Camel. So, there we are. Case closed. Never need to discuss it again. And as you can tell by my walk back, I'm chuffed to bits. That very nearly could have been very, very, very disastrous indeed. But it's 2. That's all that matters. 2 runs closer to the target. Now, I'm not too sure what the thought process is here behind some of the running that we've seen this afternoon, but whatever floats your boat, I suppose. Nothing more I need to say.
Henry, that's it. Henry.
In the end, after a ever so slight wobble, we made it home. I mean, we were only chasing 53, but we did almost make a game of it. Tomorrow we are at home again against Milbourne Port in a T20 friendly. Other than that, next week we are on the road again. We are back up to Hewish Episcopi to take on Taunton Indian 3rd 11. I look forward to seeing all of you there. I'll see you later. Today was a particularly big win as we broke our record for the most number of wins in the Saturday League with 5. With 5 games to go, who knows how many we'd finish on. So really is all still to play for the end of the season. I'd also like to say a massive thank you for all 1,000 of you for following on TikTok. It's not a large amount, but we are only just getting started. Big things are still coming over the course of the summer and beyond the end of the season. So make sure you stick around for that as well.